Well, welcome to another episode of Techfile right here on KTN News, where we talk all things technology. Today we'll be talking about data protection, and of course this is in line with the World Data Protection Day. What does it mean to protect your data? What does it mean, or how does it impact your life on a daily basis? You give out your information and you're going through security checks in malls, in churches and all these places, but how does that play out? We've had complaints about digital lenders using other people's data to misinform or to apply other non-conventional means of debt collection. What does that mean? We cross all of this today on the show, but first off, let's start you off with the tech news of the week. Facebook, through its parent company Meta, will now notify you if someone grabs a screenshot of your private conversation. Meta, also Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg, made the announcement that might have a significant effect on how people interact on the social networking site. Now, the notification feature is part of Facebook's effort to strengthen end-to-end encryption. But for you to receive the notification, you must turn on the disappearing messages setting on your messenger. Also, Facebook and Netflix may disable screenshot capturing due to privacy protection or copyrighted content. Alternatively, the app or the model of the device you're using may allow you to disable the restriction preventing you from taking the screenshot. Now, Instagram will introduce 3D avatars on Insta stories and DMs. With the update, there will be more faces, shapes, skins, shades, new expressions, many more other options apparently to help you express yourself better. Interesting, right? Google parent company Alphabet hit a record for annual revenue in 2021, showing no ill effects from the lingering coronavirus pandemic or ongoing issues with global supply chain. For full year 2021, the company saw a 41% year-over-year jump in revenue to $257 billion US. The company reported revenue of $75.3 billion US in the fourth quarter of 2021, up 32% from the year earlier. The company also doesn't typically break out numbers for devices like its Pixel phones, Nest smart homes products, or the Android operating system, instead including them in Google Other or under other services. The services category also include YouTube and Search, two of the company's best performing segments. The Google Other category brought in $8.16 billion US revenue for the fourth quarter. Still staying with matters Google, now Google will invest up to $1 billion US in Bharti Airtel through a mix of equity and commercial partnerships in areas like affordable smartphones, networks, and cloud. This is the tech giant's second investment in an Indian telecom service provider after Reliance JIO and is part of the 10 billion India Digitization Fund. Discussion between the two companies had been going on since the first half of 2021 and culminated in an announcement on Friday. Additionally, Google will set aside $300 million US for potential investment in the areas like smartphone access, networks, and cloud. The investment will also help Airtel to offer a wide range of affordable services to the consumer. Ford will spend as much as $20 billion US to recognize its business for the electric future, according to Bloomberg. The automaker is also mulling whether to spin off some of its EV business as special acquisition company SPAC in order to attract more investment. Now, Ford has previously stated that it would spend $30 billion on electric and autonomous vehicle development by 2025. Ford is reportedly putting former Apple and Tesla executive Doug Field in charge of their reorganization, which will include converting its factories from gas-powered to electric vehicle production and hiring more engineers. A prototype flying car has completed a test flight between two cities in Slovakia, spending 35 minutes airborne. Klein Vision's aircar flew between Nitra and the capital, Bratislava, on Monday, according to a press release published on Wednesday. Now, the aircar prototype 1 is powered by a 160 horsepower BMW engine and comes equipped with fixed propeller. It transforms from aircraft to road vehicle in less than 3 minutes. It has now completed more than 40 hours of test flights, according to Klein Vision, including flying at 8,200 feet and reaching a maximum cruising speed of 190 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to about 118 miles per hour. Now you're aware of the tech news of the week, but then the Data Protection Day is celebrated annually and globally on the 28th of January of each and every year. Did you know that? Well, there it goes. Now we just want to cross the T's and dot the I's on what data protection means, what was being celebrated by the Office of the Data Protection Officer or the Data Protection Commissioner, Immaculate Kasait, at the Kenya School of Government on the 28th of January, and what that new data curriculum means and who it will affect and how it is going to help you protect your data. Now, unknown to many people, the Data Privacy Day is commemorated globally on 28th of January annually. Kenya wasn't left behind, marking the big day. The Office of the Data Commissioner and partners in data protection and digital rights converged at the Kenya School of Government in Kabete, Nairobi, for the launch for strategic plan to protect Kenyans' data. Here then are some of the snapshots from the event.
Makofi, makofi. Congratulations.
As we look ahead, we must also recognize the gains of the past. In this regard, I wish to note that over the year, after the establishment of the office, the government increased the budget allocation from 25 million in the financial year 2020-2021.
Information traders may risk the integrity and stability of economies and institutions and individuals. It is in this vein that a change in domestic and global data protection economic system demand a coordinated effort to respond to public concerns in respect to how data is acquired, data is used, and often without the owner's consent.
Unfortunately, there is less awareness on digital rights and digital privacy in the country.
This moment is very important to us because, as you know, our law, our Data Protection Act came into force in 2019. A commissioner was then appointed soon after by the president as per the law. And of course, the interest for us right now is harnessing the opportunity. Harnessing an opportunity that has presented itself and hoping that we can use the opportunity to really push towards an awareness culture. In 2021, we actually conducted an opinion poll survey that showed that awareness was really low in the country. At least only 30-something% of Kenyans were aware.
We then sought to have a conversation with the Data Commissioner to understand the way forward, and here is part of that interview.
One of the issues that the Data Protection Act talks about is the data protection officers. And data protection officers can be shared, or each institution can have one of its own. And we see data protection officers as the champions. Some organizations have already embarked on recruiting data protection officers. We would encourage our data controllers and data processors to come up with the data protection officers. It is an area, actually, I would say, as an opportunity for people venturing in this area of data to have their own data protection officers so that they become the champions of data protection. And data will not stop now, it's the future. And therefore, it's important for institutions to be ready as far as that is concerned. Thank you. The process of resolving a data protection complaint is we have stipulated it. You file a complaint with us, we embark on an investigation, we write to the person. In the case of the cases of political parties, we did what we call self-regulation. We came up with a guidance note on data on electoral processes. And the guidance note was basically supposed to guide political parties. We also have several meetings with them. Out of that, the output was, one, if they require to have a privacy notice on their website, that was done. Two, anyone who has a complaint should then request to be deregistered. That was done. Three, if they have a complaint, the first point of call is the Office of the Registrar of Political Party. So far, those 300 which we had received were resolved, and those people were deregistered from political parties that they did not agree. We believe that that is the process. As an office, like we say, Rome was not built on one day. Ours is to encourage compliance, even as we enforce. And compliance is walking the journey with political parties, with data controllers, with data processors. We have had meetings with digital lenders. so that they begin to ask those questions in as far as data compliance is concerned. And that is how we see our journey is concerned. Yes, thank you.
As robotics-obsessed engineers, we set out to create a new, efficient way of cooking food. Our woks cook by constantly tumbling your food, which provides a really nice and even sear. They're heated with induction, and we have temperature control to perfectly cook your meal every time.
From our humble starts in our fraternity basement, we developed a prototype that really sort of proved we could build something that can create delicious, high-quality meals.
I needed to come to Boston. I discovered that the robotic kitchen bring precision, consistency, taste, and also freshness to the preparation.
Well, and that's where we end it right here on Techfile. Many thanks for your company as we told you of how to protect your data and what the government is actually doing to make sure that your information, your very important personal information, is actually secure. I'm Brian Georgeteno. See you on the next episode of Techfile. Bye-bye for now.